As an Apple user, I almost gave up on the Apple ecosystem because it seemed like Apple was being left behind by Android, especially when it came to Siri and some of the other updates that Apple had been making. And when it comes to AI, Apple seemed to have forgotten that AI actually exists. Despite them promising us something better, they've not given us anything substantial. But today something happened. An event called WWDC happened today. That is the WWDC26 because this is the year 2026. Now this event is where Apple announces the software that they intend to introduce into their products. This event usually happens mid-year, and this is before they announce the new line of iPhones, which is usually in September of every year. The event usually happens for 1 to 2 hours, but in this video, I'm going to give you the 5 major things that I think were very important that were announced today by Apple. And then we sit back and wait to see whether Apple is going to implement all this as they've promised. The first one, and the one that I found to be very interesting, is that Siri is getting smarter. Siri is your voice assistant that you find on the iPhone. This is the one that you activate by saying "Hey Siri," and you can instruct it to do specific actions, but it was quite limited compared to other assistants on the Androids. The new Siri AI can understand what's on your screen and remembers things about you. So it can actually be helpful other than just replying with "Here is what I found on the web." It can also have back and forth conversation with you, just like you're talking to another human being. However, behind the scenes, the new Siri is going to be powered by Gemini by Google. The second announcement that I found to be impressive is that phones and computers by Apple are going to get way faster. Apple says that most of the things that you do on their devices every day are going to be happening much quicker. Using AirDrop to share files with friends is going to be 80% faster. Applications will be opening at 30% faster than they were before. And when you take a photo with your phone's camera, it's going to pop up in your camera roll up to 70% faster. The best part, Apple has changed how the phone's brain shares its work. So even the older smartphones like the iPhone 11 will feel faster and not just the brand new ones. The third most impressive announcement is that they fixed the glassy look. Last year, Apple introduced us to the liquid glass, which made everything on the phone's interface look transparent. A lot of people complained about it being too transparent and them not being able to read anything. And Apple listened. And now Apple is making it less see-through by default and adding a slider, so you can drag it to decide exactly how clear or solid you want things to look. MacBooks are also getting cleaner toolbars and edge-to-edge sidebars so there are less distractions. The fourth one is that Apple announced new versions of everything. Apple is promising to give us a yearly update for all the devices. The new software is for iPhone, iOS 27, iPads, iPadOS 27, Apple Watches will get watchOS 27, Apple TV will get tvOS 27, and the Vision Pro headsets will get visionOS 27. The MacBook one is called macOS 27 Golden Gate, and it looks like it's the last one made to work with the older Intel chip MacBooks. The fifth and the last one is some cool little tricks. You'll be able to edit photos by just verbalizing whatever it is that you want to be edited on that photo, like just instructing your phone to remove a specific person from a certain image. AirPods are getting custom sound settings so you can tweak how music sounds to your ears, and the Home application will send smart alerts, for example, more useful messages for your security camera. Apple is also promising that searching for stuff on your device is going to be way faster, and your shared photo albums will now keep photos in full quality, even for your friends who use Android and Windows. At the moment, these changes are only going to be available for developers beta. This is for people who create and test applications so that they can prepare for the new updates. For everybody else, these updates will be available later in the year. At the end of this event, Tim Cook, who is the current CEO of Apple and has been there for 15 years, is stepping down from the position of being a CEO, and that position will be taken over by John Turner. All we can do right now is wait to see how John Turner turns this company and how it will look in the next 15 years. It's Moran. Follow for more.